first, I would like you to touch a little bit about Abhinavagupta, who was a very well-known philosopher and mystic. So he talked about, I think he had some unique insights about the Bhagavad Gita, specifically about the different paths to liberation. Can you talk a little bit about what his view on that was? The reason I'm asking that is because I know there's a lot of different interpretations of the Bhagavad Gita itself and kind of how all those paths of Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga should be used together or what the significance is. So I would love if you can share that.
So yes, you brought a really excellent question going back to Abhinavagupta, who I think was the foremost philosopher that represents the heart of India. Why am I saying that? Is when we are dragging like a representative of the entire civilization, and we are making philosophers out of the people who are simply rejecting the world, there is no real progress to be made. We cannot help subjects to embrace their role as citizens. We cannot help people to acknowledge their role in their life. We cannot guide subjects that they are free to choose their path. He is the first philosopher of freedom. He is, globally speaking, he is the first philosopher who grounded freedom within the self, not freedom against, a positive picture of freedom. He is the first philosopher who grounded that the absolute nature is dynamic, that whatever change happens does not eliminate the true nature of being. Because before that, many other philosophers say, if the Brahman, the absolute, were to change, then it would be transitory. Anything that changes is momentary and it's not real. No, he says no. If the water is flowing, that doesn't make that the water doesn't exist, because it's already flown from the top of the mountain down to the valley, The water is flowing. What does it matter? Our reality is flowing. It doesn't have to be stagnant. Past, we are thinking only in the past. For Abhinavagupta, he said, this is dynamic. You don't have to only, whenever we talk about culture, civilization, we are stuck in the remote past, mostly never existed, So because we are given the type of philosophy where we are not allowed to be dynamic, we are not given this spontaneity. He is the philosopher of dynamism, Shakti, embracing your own Shakti. He's a Saivite, but that Saivism of Abhinavagupta is not bereft of Shakti. Shiva is not separable from Shakti. He was an aesthete. He wrote books like commentaries on Natya Shastra, on dramatology. People think he's just a yogi. Mm-hmm. Why would a yogi want to write a book on drama?
Right.
Why would a yogi want to write a book on how to make love? How would a yogi want to write a book on different ways of communicating? Gestures of they're like nuances of how we communicate about love. Abhinavagupta wrote a commentary on Dhanyaloka called the Lochana commentary, and this is all on aesthetics. Mm-hmm. So he was a yogi. He gave you the manual in Tantra Loka for the whole practice of Tantra, but he gave you the deepest epistemology in his book Ishvara Pratyavijna, Vimarshini and Vivriti. Vimarshini, all these extensive commentaries upon the work of Utpaladeva. So Abhinavagupta was so full of life that you just have this one simple imagery based on his disciple recalling the classroom. Somebody even made a painting out of it, that there is this Abhinavagupta giving his deepest teaching, and his disciples are taking notes sitting in one corner, and there is some students playing lute, and there is one beautiful woman dancing. Like, imagine a classroom where a yogi is teaching meditation, and there are some dancers also, dancing. Right. So this is challenging our old model of spirituality. Why would he need a dancer in the classroom? I don't think I would dare invite a dancer in my classroom, and then I'm teaching philosophy there, So it is like an 11th century traditional master already did that, because he was trying to teach us something profound about life. Trying to teach us profound about being in the world, enjoying the world in its fullest extent, while at the same time not missing the bigger target of realizing the way it is.
That's a beautiful, wow.